Scientists used to believe that after childhood, our brains did not change. But in more recent years, it has been proved that our brains can and do change throughout our lives. This is called neuroplasticity. So, how does this work? Our brains have a series of well-established pathways that reflect our habits. But we can change or build new habits. If we learn a new way of doing something, our brains will develop a new pathway. If we start using this new way of doing things more frequently, the old pathway becomes less defined and the new pathway becomes more established. If we use the new pathway often enough, it becomes a habit. But we need lots and lots of practice. Good readers have certain habits that they automatically use to help them understand the meaning of a text. As teachers, we need to model and teach all learners the strategies used by good readers. We also need to give learners opportunities to practice these strategies. If learners understand and use these strategies often enough, they could develop the reading habits of successful readers. First, we need to model the expert practice of using the reading process. Simply put, we need to show learners how to use the following cycle. Pre-reading. We need to model and teach the kinds of activities we do before reading. Pre-reading helps us to activate background knowledge and get ready for learning. During reading, we need to model and teach the kinds of activities we do whilst we are reading. During reading, we are taking in new knowledge. We need to be thinking about analyzing the information that we read. Post-reading. We need to model and teach the kinds of activities we do after reading. After reading, we continue to analyze and consolidate our learning. We fit this learning into our existing schema. Overarching. We need to model and teach strategies that are useful throughout the reading process. These strategies help keep track of learning and understanding throughout the process. Next, we need to model the expert practice of using reading strategies. When we do this, we must be intentional in our selection of which reading strategies to use at which time. This takes planning. Be explicit in our teaching of reading strategies. We need to name the strategy, tell learners which strategy we are using, and provide a reason for using the strategy. Let's see how a social sciences teacher explicitly tells her learners about the comprehension strategy she plans to use.
Today, we will make connections between two texts. This will help us compare and contrast ancient Egypt to ancient Mesopotamia.
Most importantly, we need to model our expert practices through thinking aloud. This series of videos will unpack the reading process and some of the different comprehension strategies that we should use in order to help all learners become more successful readers.